So I haven't been here for a while. I'm sorry. Everything is just going crazy right now. It was my dad's birthday last weekend, and we went down to see him, and we did the next part of the Thames Walk. And then this weekend we were supposed to be seeing friends, but we've double booked, and now my week is just completely screwed, and I can't do it. I apologise that I haven't been around, but I'm back. I'm here, and I have a kind of killing two birds with one stone video. I was asked by somebody at work, actually, who watches me, who asked to do kind of like books that I've read. But then on my Ask Me Your Questions video, which I've got a couple of questions on there already, I thought I'd answer one of them now, which was from Butterscotch Angel 15, which is a brilliant name. I love Butterscotch. Who asked me, do I like to read, and if so, what is the best book I've ever read? So I'm going to put my phone down because it's about to fall over, and there we go. And then I'm going to do the kind of books that I've read and my favourite book video, all in the same thing. So in terms of reading, I have the most eclectic book collection ever, but I have a certain type of book that I like to read. I enjoy factual, I enjoy murder mystery, and I love kids books. And kids books primarily because obviously I work in childcare, and some of the books are, you kind of have to put emotion into it in order for the children to really get into what you're saying to them. So a book, for example, of that would be Monkey Mayhem. And this is from the Jungle Tales collection, but it's things like it has big words. So as you can see, and obviously if you can keep a child entertained with a book, it's because you're reading it properly. Because I've got the story of the little mole who knew it was none of his business, and you're not seeing things. This is actually a book about a mole who gets pooped on, and he spends the entire book trying to work out whose poop it is. It's so up my alley. It's a fantastic story. Other books that I used to read when I was younger, things like The Lighthouse Keeper's Lunch, of course, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which I can read without reading it. I know it off by heart. Not Now Bernard. That was a fantastic story. Starting School, The Father Christmas by Raymond Briggs, fantastic story. Nicola Bailey and William Mayne, Patchwork Cat. I Want to See the Moon. My first book, this is the original first book that I ever got. Well, no, it's not my first book. There you go, On Your First Birthday, Love Mummy and Daddy. And this is a gorgeous book. It's about a little boy called Toby who can't sleep and he wants to see the moon. And it's just gorgeous. I'd recommend you going and finding this story as well. If you want me to, request below and I will read it to you, because I will do a video about me reading I Want to See the Moon, because I love this story. I still read it now and I love it. Apart from the fact he's got clowns on his pyjamas. What is that, Toby? The kind of books that I'm into, so the books that I will read more than any, are actually murder novels, thrillers, stuff like that. And my favourite authoress is Tess Gerritsen. These are all the books by her that I've read. I've got Girl Missing, The Surgeon, Under the Knife, Never Say Die, Life Support, that was an epic one. Call After Midnight, Presumed Guilty, and The Sinner. And I have 3 or 4 more somewhere else. I can't remember where they are. Body Double was incredible. Whoop! Body Double. Body Double was about, she works in, what's it called, when they do postmortems, and she was about to do a postmortem on a body, and it opened its eyes, and it sat up, and it ran away. And that had me from beginning to end. It was amazing. There's also an author that I enjoy reading called Simon Beckett, and he does books again about murder novels, and it was this whole twist of the tale, and it was incredible. I absolutely loved his book, and we went on holiday to Mauritius, a honeymoon to Mauritius, and I think I managed to finish that book within the first week we were there, I just couldn't put it down. I started it on the plane, and I just couldn't finish. Couldn't finish it. Couldn't stop reading until I'd finished it. It was amazing. I absolutely love Titanic. I watched the film when it first came out, I think in the first week of it being released, and I fell in love with the story of the Titanic and the history and the characters, and obviously not all the characters because most of them were fake anyway, but the obvious ones who were real. The captain, Captain Smith. You had Mr. Ismay, Mr. Andrews, I can't remember his name, but the guy who played the violin as it started to sink. All of those things. And this book recommended retail price at £25 because it's like this massive, it comes in a box, and it also has in the first page it has a CD. Where is it? There. There's a CD in there of actors reading aloud the letters that were written by the people that were on the Titanic, and I absolutely love the history of the Titanic, and I've read this book from beginning to end about 5 times. I think it's amazing. So it's also got things like this. This is one of the, I can't actually know what it is. To be exhibited to immigration officials at New York and surrendered at the steamer's dock on disembarking. It's a landing card, but that's like pretty much like a photocopy, but a colour photocopy, so the original writing is on it as well. And it's just amazing. It's absolutely fascinating, and there are pictures throughout it of everybody that was on the Titanic. Well, not everyone, obviously, because it wouldn't all fit. But I think I got this for like £6, but it is the most incredible book. I love reading books like this. I think they're just amazing. But moving on to my all-time favourite book, I've read this book about, I'm going to say 20 times, 20 plus times. I'm a massive Tom Hanks fan anyway, and when my mum first gave me this book, she told me to borrow it and then just to return it whenever. Well, that was about 5 years ago, and I still have it. Steve and I went to Estonia for Valentine's Day a few years back, and I started it on the plane and I finished it before we landed, and it's about a 3-4 hour flight to Estonia from here, and I just read the lot. Max Alan Collins, Saving Private Ryan, and you can see that the mess of it where I've read it, and all the pages are knackered and the spine is completely shot to pieces. You start reading this book, and in about 10 minutes you're on chapter 6. Not because the chapters are so short, don't get me wrong, you know, the chapters are huge, but it's actually like you're there in the war with them. There's a line in it about a guy who's carrying a soldier and there's a massive explosion, and when he looks down he's only carrying half of the soldier because like his legs have been, but I'm sorry, gross. But you know, I mean, I found myself reading this book looking around for half bodies of soldiers. I thought, you know, you get so sucked into this. So I recommend you go and read this. This is my favourite book ever. I may have to start reading it again at some point, actually. It was only 75p from a charity shop. But this is just incredible. In answer to your question, yes, I love to read. I wish I had more time to do it. I really, really don't get the time because of working, and really the only time that I can read is if I'm, you know, on my own and I'm in the choir, because I have to get absorbed into a book. I can't read in the car or on a train or on a bus or anything like that because there's too much going on around me and I need to be zoned in and sucked into the book. So anywhere that I can read where I don't get distracted by anything, which is why I like to read when I'm on holiday, you know, next to the pool or on the beach or just somewhere where you can just escape. Because when you're when you read a good book and you get sucked into the book, that's when you know it's a good one. When you can see the pages and you can imagine you being there, to me makes the best book. So yes, I've babbled for so long about books. I'm going to ask you guys the same question. Do you like to read, and what is your favourite book? You can leave a comment below, or you can leave a video response. Like this video if you do like to read, and because I like watching, you know, at the end of the day, like kind of getting home and seeing that I've got thumbs up. I like thumbs up. Thumbs up are cool. Give me thumbs up. So yes, if you're just watching this and you don't know about my giveaway, go and check that out. I will link that below. I will also link Butterscotch Angel 15's channel below. Thank you so much for asking the question. I've really enjoyed answering it. I didn't think it would take as long as it has. But yes, thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.